Welcome back to my PlayStation collection, and this is episode 10. And since it's the 10th episode, I'm gonna be like, okay, this is gonna be a double episode, so there's gonna be much more games. I think, yeah, it's probably gonna be double the amount of games, but this time we are going to see some really, really good stuff. So, you know, make sure you watch it until the end, and hopefully you can find something that's interesting for you. So, yeah, these are my pride and joy, I guess. Mary Kate and Ashley Winner's Circle, which I don't have a case for. This is how I got the game, but as you can see, it's got all the Mary Kate Ashley action you need. And then the other one is Mary Kate and Ashley Magical Mystery Mall. Wow, I mean, these are just... So actually, funny story. This game I found on the flea market, and I was browsing around with a couple of games, and when I saw this, I was like immediately, okay, I'm going to buy this game. And even the seller was like, ah, good joke. And I was like, no, I'm dead serious. I want to get this game. Is it good? No. Is it interesting? Yeah. There is like snowboarding and dancing, and you can put your own CD and you can watch Mary Kate and Ashley dancing like to like Slayer or Slipknot or Pearl Jam or whatever you want them to. It's really fun. There are some weird ones where you have to photo your crush and get the boys and photo the boys, and it's, yeah, you can see there is even like a catalog for it. So I don't know if you know this. Maybe if you are older, maybe if you are younger, you don't know who Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen are. So basically, the Olsen twins, they were like a really big deal in like late 1990s, early 2000s. They had these romantic movies and then teen movies for like girls. You know, somebody has a crush or somebody is a princess or there is some mystery to solve, and yeah, this is basically it. But they also have a ton of video games. So they have like Dance Party, Magical Mystery Mall, Pocket Planner, New Adventures, Winner Circle, blah blah blah. There is Get a Clue for the GBA. There are these ones. It's like a Pocket Plan. I don't know. There are the horse racing game that I have over there. And then there is the next adventure, a new adventure, and you can send it in and say like, oh, who does Mrs. Baker fall in love in with the Two of a Kind? So yeah, they were in the TV show Two of a Kind together. I don't know about the lore, but the games are actually pretty funny to get, and you know there are dance moves by America's #1 music choreographer in there, so that must be good. And then you know you can see an advertisement for this game. On that one there is this one. This is like a horse type of game. So you know that's what girls love, horses, and customize your horse and like brush your horse and create your custom character if you don't like Mary Kate and Ashley. But if you don't like them, why wouldn't you buy something normal? I don't know. I kind of find it fascinating and also a bit creepy because they just exploited the crap out of these two girls back in the day. They were everywhere, and then you know, as popular they were, they just disappeared. I think probably because you know what fame does to young girls and boys, they pretty much ruined them. And now their younger sister, Elizabeth Olsen, she's a bigger star than the two of them. She's like plays in a bunch of movies, and then she was Scarlet Witch in the Marvel movies. So she made an actual career out of it. So this game was a top pick by the United States Equestrian Team for 2011. Okay, this is like a nationally endorsed game. Alright. Okay, this is Medal of Honor and Medal of Honor Underground. This is the two games pack, which I really like, because this was a re-release type of deal where I think for 30 bucks, so 60 would be the normal price or maybe 40, and then for like half price you can get two games, and they are two big old classics. It even has the manual. Wow, it's a big thick boy. So EA back in the day had like a really cool series called Medal of Honor, and then they ruined it because they really wanted to be this like realistic World War II simulator type of deal. So much so that even Steven Spielberg was an executive producer in these games. So, that's pretty fun. This bundle was released in 2002. So I think it's I think around the same time that the first Medal of Honor games are started to come out on PS2. But yeah, Medal of Honor is much older than Call of Duty, but I think EA just didn't really know what to do with it. So they stayed with the World War stuff and other war stuff through the PS2 generation. There's like Vanguard and I have some of them. I will talk about them later on the PS2. But then by the time the PS3 came out, they really didn't know. They tried the Modern Warfare kind of deal, but they failed miserably. But these two games are actually pretty fun. If you like Second World War movies and whatnot, I'm not sure if you're gonna enjoy this game because it's horribly dated, especially like the controls and whatnot. But I think it might be pretty authentic. They you can see it like they took care of the game and they were thinking like, oh yeah, we are going to respect the people who fought in the war and they're gonna respect the events and they want to recreate some of the real life places in France and in Germany where the actual war was happening. So yeah, this is pretty good and pretty impressive game series back in the day. And something that's also pretty impressive, it's Medieval 2. Weirdly enough, it's always the first Medieval that gets a re-release. So that had like the PSP version and then had the PS4 remake. And somehow they just always forget about Medieval 2. But yeah, I think this one is the... Oh my god, this looks weird. The Return of the Laughing Dead. So yeah, they pretty much, after the success of the first one, they wanted to make a lot of money, so I guess they made the second one, and then the series never really returned to its former glory. I only played the first one, so I don't really have a lot of opinions about this game, but it's pretty expensive right now, and it's sought after by collectors. So yeah, the Medieval series is still... It's in its limbo, because Sony doesn't want to do anything with it. People really remember fondly of the games, but then again, Sony is like not really interested since the PS4 remake. What can we say about Metal Gear that haven't been said before? I actually talked about the Metal Gear games in my in the episode 3 with the US games, but I have the European version of the first Metal Gear, which I don't know what to say about Metal Gear that I haven't been said. It's like basically they made the scary stuff. So yeah, it came with like the poster for Silent Hill plus a demo disc for Silent Hill, which is, it's really cool. I mean, this is in good condition, thankfully. This case is falling apart. You can't even take out the manual. What the? Okay. So there is this nice and colorful manual and all the doodads with it. It's in like Italian or something, so I don't know. And then, okay, there is the game on the 2 discs. I'm gonna put the case back together after this because this is ridiculous. But they also had this catalog, Konami, 1999. So there's of course MGS. There is whatever. There is Rebus. Okay, coming soon. There is Diver's Dream, International Superstar Soccer Pro, whatever. Kansai, Sacred Fist, Trap Runner. Are these real games? Some of them are just Poi Poi 2. Okay. Are these real games? I don't know. Oh, there's Silent Hill. Okay. That was a big deal even back in the day. And then these are the softwares that they already have. Vandal Hearts, Track and Field, Castlevania, Azure Dreams. I heard about these games, Suikoden, Nagano Olympics, Poi Poi. I heard about most of these games, but I have no idea about the other ones. What is this? Yeah, so this is like a promotional stuff for Konami. And then there is this one, Metal Gear Solid Special Missions. It's also called VR missions, I think, in the other parts of the world. As you can see, this is basically extra missions for MGS. And it's like how they managed DLC back in the day. And you can see it's like, again, colorful manual. Ooh, this looks like a... Oh, can I open it? Oh, look at that. There's like this huge art for, I don't know, it's Raiden probably. I still have to get into the Metal Gear series. And we also have Konami 99. Oh, it has other games. Alright. Metal Gear, of course. Legend of Cartia. Okay. Trap Runner. Okay, at least we have like a cover for this. Silent Hill, I think this was like already out by this time. Ronin Blade, never heard of it. Oh, I think the video glitched a little bit. There is Beatmania, at least I heard about Beatmania. That's a fun series. And then you can see like, oh, these are already out. ISS Pro and Nagano and Kensei, whatever, Poi Poi 2. Oh, and these are already out as well, or coming soon. Yeah, Konami back in the day was putting out a lot of stuff, even like licensed NBA games and whatnot. But yeah, it's interesting how Konami just like 10 years ago stopped everything, and now they are trying to get back into making actual video games. And the next one is Necronomicon: The Dawning of Darkness by Wanadu and Cairo, I guess. You would call it Cairo. Yeah, it's based on the H.P. Lovecraft stuff. It's a point-and-click adventure game, and it's mouse-compatible, yay! So you can play it like normally, like you would play a point-and-click adventure. This is, well, you know, point-and-click games are not really for me. Although the discs look really good. And I said discs because it's a 2-disc game, yay! Another one of those. I love the work of Lovecraft. He was a weird, racist, stupid little man, but actually the material that he wrote and the books he wrote and the novels he wrote and the short stories he wrote are great. It's always about like some sort of cosmic evil, and you fight about it and you try to comprehend in your little stupid human mind these sort of impossible monsters. And yeah, probably this game is about that. There are some other Lovecraft games on other platforms. There is like Call of Cthulhu and The Sinking City. I think it's also made from Lovecraft novels. But yeah, this is a point-and-click adventure with pre-rendered 3D backgrounds. So yeah, there's like, oh man with a bike. Wow. Something that a lot of people is going to be nostalgic for, it's Need for Speed Hot Pursuit or Need for Speed 3 Hot Pursuit. No, it's just Need for Speed. It's just Need for Speed 3. Yeah, back in the day, these were pretty solid. You can see like, oh, this is the cars that you have. It's Need for Speed, what is there to say? Although, a lot of people like the Hot Pursuit part of the Need for Speed series, but I think most people are nostalgic for the Underground. That's on like the PS2 era. This is like a later one. And, you know, this is an early one. A lot of interesting cars like Ferraris. Ferraris are pretty rare in a racing game in general, because the license and whatnot, they are really stingy about the license. And but yeah, this one is a classic and it's still probably pretty fun. One of the more valuable games that I have in my collection are the Nightmare Creatures game. So the first one was published by Sony, and these are, I mean, I always consider them something similar to the medieval games, but it's more serious, it's more horrific, I guess you would say that. There is like monsters and vampires and zombies. Oh, somebody was really nice to cut out the combos or whatever. And then this is the manual, and then this is the game itself. So yeah, these are a bit like a more serious take on the horror hack and slash type of deal. And then there is the second one, which was published by Konami, and it's the same deal with better graphics and more crazier. These are actually, oh, you can see it's like an ugly whatever is on there. So yeah, these are considered more expensive because it's like classic horror games, especially made by Konami, and they are more pricey than normal games, and they are going up in value because I have no idea, but they probably never really re-released these games anywhere. And how about Oddworld? I actually have 2 copies of Oddworld, because why not? I have the regular one and then I have the platinum one. I think they are probably pretty much identical, although they have different release numbers. So this might be an updated version. I have no idea. Oddworld. I mean, by this time, Abe's Exodus was already out. Okay. So this is like a late release. And then this one was 97. This says 97, but yeah, since it's a platinum, it's late. It's a later one. Yeah, Oddworld, what can you say about it? It's a classic. I don't even know the genre. Is it like platforming? But you have the friends. Okay. Oddworld, Abe's Odyssey. Oh wow, look at the nice and colorful manual. Whoa, I love these. Fun game, although I never really got into them because they are just really hard to get how to wrap my head around them sort of games. But yeah, they are classics, and hopefully they will make a return eventually. Although I think a couple of years ago there was an Oddworld game, but it was like a commercial failure. Yeah, I'm not really that happy about it, because this is also another one that's a classic PlayStation series. The next one is Overblood. I think I heard about this game. I have no idea what it contains. It's, I think it's a third-person action shooty space bit horrific game. It's probably like a PC port as well. It's like, yeah, you can see it's like played from the third person. It's like Resident Evil but on a space station, I guess. I don't know. Published by EA, so you know it's gonna be made by EA. I don't know. It's probably not really that great or anything. Although the 3D models look tolerable for this time. So yeah, this one is pretty cool. This is Overboard by Psygnosis. So this is the how do you say this? This is like a pirate game where it's basically naval combat, and it's really fun. You can play it together. You can play it with up to 5 players on like a split screen and whatnot. There is like enemies. You can play it cooperatively. You can go there, and there are these distinct smaller stages where you can go through, and it's really fun. I don't know why a lot of companies, they don't really want to make good pirate games, but this one is a classic, and it's forgotten, and it's weird that it's forgotten, but it's actually a pretty cool one, and the combat is really fun, and it's like a nice arcadey naval battle sort of deal. So this is Pandemonium by, again, Crystal Dynamics, the Gex company. I like the fact that every single one of my PS1 games has like broken cases, but yeah, Pandemonium is really fun. 2.5, oh, look at that. Legacy of Kain, Blood Omen. Okay, so this is actually a really good 2.5D platformer. 2.5D platformer is like you are going on a 2D plane, but the actual graphics are 3D, so it turns around and moves around you, and Pandemonium is really good. A fastest 3D character action game, what? I don't know. So yeah, the whole camera, the whole environment is moving, there are like big boss fights. It's actually really fun, and it's pretty sought after game. This one and the second one as well. I think they go for a bit more nowadays, because again, since it's Crystal Dynamics, they just really don't care about it. There is no like re-release. It's not in the classics, not in like any of the PlayStation Premium lists. But yeah, like Pandemonium is really fun. I highly recommend it. And it's I think also on the Sega Saturn, which or maybe it's like originally from the Saturn, I'm not sure. But it's still highly recommended. Okay, next one is Fat Air Extreme Snowboarding or Fat Air. It's a snowboarding game. It says Fat Air is a snowboarding term used to describe a really styled out trick or a very long high jump. Why would you name your game like this? Such a stupid name. And you see, it's like all the other games, it's like broken cases and whatnot, and this one is like in really good condition. So yeah, Fat Air has a really, whoa, so much ink. Really big manual, and then there is the game disc, which is like, where is the design? But I guess this is probably a late PS1 game. Nah, it's 1998. Okay, so then this is just probably like a low quality game. I have no idea. There's another 5 Cool Borders. What? Cool Borders, that's another game series. And you can see like the feel of the snow, face as you tumble. Fascinating. Feel free, feel good. Go for Fat Air. Oh my god, just the so annoying. Oh, it's Funsoft. So they didn't do the PH thing on the Funsoft. Although they could have done the... no, they couldn't. I wanted to say like PlayStation, but that doesn't work. And finally, we are talking about something that's good. It's made by id, made by Activision. It's Quake 2. Yay! Fantastic game. And it's like a really surprising one on PS1, because it runs like buttery smooth, 60 FPS, even in the 4-player split screen, whatever. Oh, it's again falling apart. Even in the 4-player split screen mode, it's just running wonderfully. And you can play it with the mouse, which I really have to try, because I'm really curious. Plus, the game is really fun on PS1. Yeah, of course, if you want to play it on the PC. I have no doubt about that, but look at the nice color manual, by the way. But the PS1 version is surprisingly capable, it's surprisingly fun. I highly recommend it, because if you just want to sit with your friends and have like a nice split screen multiplayer, or not just multiplayer, but like versus games, it's really good, and I really highly recommend it. Since this is a double episode, so I might put it up as 10 and 11 together. Last but not least, I want to talk about one of my favorite game series of all time, Rayman. And Rayman is the classic PS1 platformer. Not a lot of games have 2D platform, not a lot of 2D platformers that is like classically one plane, like, 2D platformers. But yeah, Rayman is one of them, and Rayman is just really good. This is actually my childhood copy. So I talked about Harry Potter in another video for the PS1, and then this was actually my second game. So I got the PS1 for Christmas, and then the next day from relatives, I guess, Santa Claus was, how do you say this, conspiring. They talked about what we wanted, and then we got Rayman. I never beat this game. It's really hard. But yeah, this is my actual copy of the game. It's fantastic. It's really difficult, but the music is amazing. If you put the music CD in like a CD player, you can listen to the songs and soundtrack in the game. Just like the design, the tightness, and it's so difficult game. I love it to death, but the game itself is so difficult, and you have to get all the looms or whatever, and only then you can play Mr. Dark at the end. So just how beautiful and how remarkable the game is the difficulty is just crazy. But next time, they learned from their mistakes. The good folks at Ubisoft, they were like, yeah, we cannot really make those games very that difficult. But then they moved into 3D, so. But yeah, I really like this game. I actually got a copy from my friend and I played his copy. He lent it to me. And then I got myself a copy later. It's like pirate themed. There is a lot of collectibles. And I actually did beat this game. I collected every little, what's it called? Teensies or something like that. And I 100%ed the game as a kid. So yeah, Rayman 2: The Great Escape. It's fantastic, and this is basically the classic Rayman game that they always re-release. So there is Rayman Revolution on the PlayStation 2 and the GameCube probably. So that's the remake of this game. And then this game was ported to the 3DS as Rayman 3D. It's not even the third game, but whatever. And then I don't know, this game is always getting a re-release, but I think probably because it's a solid 3D platformers. I think Ubisoft nailed it. After the first Rayman, they moved to the 3D third dimension, and a lot of companies struggle with it. But I think this is like a really good version, and they made the jump really well. So I made a mistake of wanting to get all the mainline Rayman games, and I did get them, but then I was like, yeah, I should get all the Rayman games on the console. And I was like, okay, what is this? Rayman Junior English, or I Learn English Value Series, Ubisoft, English, English, English. So basically, this is a language learning tool, and you know what? It's not good. Because it's a hard game to play, and sometimes you have to choose like, oh, which one is the correct answer, or which one fits there, and it's like, mixing it up with the platforming, it's such a weird choice. I don't know. But yeah, Rayman Junior English, it's a value series. I don't think that this ever had like a regular version. I think it might came out as value series game anyway. Look at the beautiful green stuff, and you can see the frog is totally cooked. So yeah, it's like a difficult platforming game, I guess. It's running on the engine of the first Rayman game, but it came out in 2000, so it's like much later, and it's weird that they made like an edutainment game out of it. I guess in one Christmas they really needed something to release because they didn't have anything, and they were like, oh yeah, let's put the weird PC games on PS1, and then that's it. And today, last but not least, another Rayman game. It's a Rayman Rush, it's a racing game a la Sonic R. So you have these obstacle courses and experience pure speed, and you can have like 2-player mode. It's a racing game, but why? 2002. So by that time, the PS2 was like out for 2 years, and you had to play this one. This is a Rayman game. I guess you can sell anything with Rayman in that time, but holy crap. I mean, just the audacity. Plus, I think there is a game, no, not I think, I know there is a game called Rayman M on the PS2, or it's also called like Rayman Arena. So that's also like a remake of this one. That's also like a racing game, but it has like more features and whatnot. And then Rayman Rush is like just there, and they released it and they immediately forget about it. And whenever they mentioned or re-release any of the classic Rayman games, Rayman Rush is always forgotten. Well, probably because it's, really, really not a good game. I talked about so many games in this video. So many classics like Metal Gear, Medieval, Medal of Honor. And then, some not that big classics like Mary Kate. Although, if I have to recommend a game, I think you already know I would recommend Metal Gear. But I think the hidden gem in this whole little section of my collection would be Overboard. I love this game. This is a really fun pirate game, especially as a multiplayer title. It is flawless. So that's my recommendation from today. It's like a proper, really good hidden gem. And as always, thanks for watching. If you get to the end of this video, make sure you leave a like. I got really tired. I've been sitting here and talking for more than an hour now, so thanks for watching. Subscribe, comment if you liked any of this, and see you next time.